this was a fun little project. Each of these jack-o'-lanterns took just over an hour, including all the painting time. This project began with Jeff Hornig doing a demonstration at a Palmetto Woodturners meeting in Columbia, South Carolina a couple of weeks ago. He demonstrated a technique where he bandsawed off a ½ inch or 3/4 of an inch of a 4x4, then put it on a scroll saw, cut the face, glued it back on, and then turned it. I simplified that method by having the CNC do the cutting, so no cutting and re-gluing of the 4x4, which probably sped it up a little bit. I'm usually a segmenter, so doing segmented bowls. I wasn't sure how I was going to like this, but I loved it, and so far I've made over 10 of them. I think it's a neat little project, and I just wanted to share it. That's what this video is about. Jeff learned that technique from Raleigh Lockhart, and he wanted me to thank him in this video as well. So thanks, Raleigh. So this is the starting point for the pumpkin face project. I found some fairly inexpensive 4x4s of poplar at one of the lumber yards I go to. So I'm going to glue it down here and cut it on the CNC. So I've already zeroed the CNC router, and as you can see, there is not a lot of clearance. I had to hike the router up to give me enough clearance I need deep. And I've got it programmed for a cut of 7/10 of an inch deep to give me plenty of room to turn. And that 4x4 is a little over a foot long. Out of a 12-inch piece, I can cut 2 of these. So the CNC is finished cutting these 2. I'll trim them on my miter saw down to about 6 inches, 6 or 7 inches each. While the CNC was cutting, I turned and sanded one of these, and the turning time was about 17 minutes. So not much time on the lathe. So this one's already cut on the CNC, and again, it's 7/10 of an inch deep. I'm going to I've got it mounted between centers on the lathe. I'm going to round it off with a roughing gouge, and then start shaping with my bowl gouge. I'll show a little bit of that as I go. So I used a small round carbide just to do some final shaping in the top and bottom. And I have sanded this to 120 grit. I need to file a couple of those shavings off just before painting, but otherwise it's close to done. My cutoff will be here, and then I'll have to sand the ends. Manually off the lathe, but otherwise it's pretty well done.